What's up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with Heather C. Last night we got episode 6 of Extreme Sisters. There was a lot going on. We did not get Patrix and Patricia last night, but there's still a whole lot to talk about. So we're going to jump right in. I hope you guys live tweeted with us last night. There was a lot to talk about. So let's talk about Brittany and Brianna. So it's time for them to shop for a closet space it has to have a male and female side. So the twins can see each other dressing and the guys can see each other dressing, but the girls can't see each other's husbands dressing, which brought me to another question. How do they know who's who?
I had the same question. Also another question. Why is it one particular closet space? You know, in that mansion that they're living in, there's plenty of closets that they could be going to. And the fact that they want one specific one is kind of funny to me.
It's interesting. Yeah, they said it's for twin time. So the guys can have time together, the girls can have time together. It's a seriously odd situation because you can eat breakfast together, you can have coffee together. There's so many different ways you can spend time together other than getting dressed together.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in seeing how they decorate this dream closet. And this is something that they said they've been thinking about their whole lives. This is always something that they've always wanted to do. So we're interested in seeing how that turns out. So let's talk about Anna and Lucy. So the twins and their mom went to visit their sister, Vanya. I believe it's Vanya. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. And Vanya's pretty vocal on her opinions of their life and them getting pregnant at the same time. And she just doesn't feel like it's something that's going to happen. And she's kind of negative about it.
Yeah. First of all, it was kind of cool to see that they had another sister.
Yeah.
And even though Vanya isn't a twin, she looks an awful lot like them. They all have very strong facial features. I think that it was her natural reaction, like when she kind of like laughed at them, was kind of rude because it's like, you know, I don't know. I feel like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I guess maybe it's a little bit better because they're in the same family than, you know, if America is doing it, because let me tell you, there's some pretty mean people out in the world. But I don't know. I think that I think she wants to support her sisters in the long run, but she maybe went about it kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Her face didn't have a good poker face. So.
Yeah. She was being way more logical than supportive. And sometimes when it comes to family, it's better to be more supportive than logical. Even when you know things aren't going to turn out the way they want it, you can still be supportive and make them feel as though they have someone to talk to and not someone who's going to tear them down.
Right.
So on top of all that, Ben hit them with this huge bombshell that he doesn't want to get married. He feels like marriage is a huge showboat situation and he doesn't want to be a part of that. And they've been together almost 10 years. I feel like marriage is definitely something they should be talking about.
Well, see, I don't know. I don't agree, because I think, like, since they're so adamant on wanting to be the same and, you know, identical, I feel that marriage would separate them. Because in actuality, he can only truly marry one person by law on paper. So, you know, there's plenty of ceremonies that they could have, commitment ceremonies, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Whatever they're doing now works. You don't have to have a piece of paper, because their lifestyle is so unique compared to other people. It's like there's nothing that they can really do that would make them identical other than kind of like what they're doing already. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, or like you said last night, Ben needs a twin.
Yeah.
Ben had a twin.
I tweeted that.
Then everything would be perfect and they would have the lifestyle that they want. But unfortunately, Ben doesn't have a twin and they're trying to make it work with just Ben. And like you said, it might not turn out the way they want it to.
Yeah.
All right, so Jessica and Christina, we were actually really worried because last week's episode, they were not in a good place. There was huge fights going on. There was a lot of, and one of them told the other that they loved them more than the other and they didn't want them to be happy. But we jump into this episode. They're doing laundry together and they're happy. Everyone is getting along. And one of them is sniffing the other one for reasons we're not 100% clear on. But they come across the situation where Christina has not told John that she's a psychic. And Jessica feels that that's something that she should have told him from the beginning. She feels like she's keeping secrets from him and she's being somebody that she's not in order to be in that relationship. How do you feel about that?
See, this is why I like this show. I like this show because you never know what you're going to get. You know, like you were saying, like 1 minute it's hot and it's cold or whatever. I think as far as like her smelling her sister, They're great. I love them. They, to each his own. It works for them. Okay. I do think that if you want to have a good, long-lasting relationship, being honest with your partner is key, and I'm sure that Christina's just trying to find the right time, and everybody's different. You know what I mean? I think she wants to be happy. She wants to please her family. She wants to please her boyfriend. And it's hard. It's hard when you please everyone. But she's a very strong woman. And, so is her sister. I think that, especially following them on social media, if you guys get a chance, check them out. I mean, they're beautiful. They've had such a transformation, weight loss journey and everything. So I think she knows what she's doing. It might just be at her own time, but she'll get there.
Yeah, hopefully she finds the right time, and hopefully he doesn't find out without her telling him, because that might be a situation in itself. Right. But we did watch the girls spread their mom's ashes at her old home with permission of the new owners. So everybody who was wondering, the owners were okay with them spreading the ashes, and they laughed uncontrollably. But they laugh when they're very nervous or sad. So that was a reaction of them. So
you can't make fun of people. Everybody takes to things differently.
A lot of people reacted to that and were like, why are you laughing? And that was something that they do since they were children. When they're really sad, they laugh uncontrollably. So hopefully that brought closure to them spreading their mom's ashes. And now she's finally at rest, at peace, at her sanctuary, which she called her home, which was her sanctuary. So hopefully the girls feel better about that.
And I also noticed that Christina kind of steps up and is like the motherly role to the two sisters. And it could be why maybe Jess takes to her so much, because she had mentioned, and a lot of it makes sense the more that we get into this season, that, she has such a strong bond with her sister. And I think when she thought that John was going to like kind of tear them apart, maybe like subconsciously, that was kind of like him taking her mom away, because she didn't really have such a strong bond with her mom, she had mentioned. And Christina, even though they're, the same, she is very comforting, very calming to her sister, at least in the parts that we see. So maybe that could be a lot of the reason why of attachment.
That is true. That is very true. That's why she's so unhappy with the way that John is tearing them apart. I didn't think of that. All right, so let's talk about Brooke and Bailey. So Brooke and Bailey have invited a doula over because she's 52 days away from her due date for her baby boy. We know it's a boy now, it's her son.
Yeah.
And she revealed to us that she kept her placenta, which she planned to eat, but she did not. Now it is just in a jar.
It became a TJ Maxx exclusive
home
decor item.
Courtney, the doula, said that she had never seen anything like this.
Same.
And she said she didn't say it was terrible or bad, but she said she definitely cannot eat it now. And that it was interesting, and that she said that she actually educated them on encapsulizing placentas. You don't just eat it as is, you encapsulize it.
And I feel like that might be a little easier.
Yeah, because the photo that we saw, which TLC, you gave us no warning, there was just a photo of her holding a placenta. That was very, very shocking. So that was shocking. I wish there was a little disclaimer before that. But encapsulizing basically means you take it as like a pill, like a prenatal vitamin. All right, so what do you guys think about the placenta situation? Is it something that you would eat? Is it something that you would keep in a jar? And what do you think about Denver having no idea that they even consulted a doula? I feel like he's never in the loop when it comes to his wife or his child.
I think he's getting used to it.
Yeah, I feel like he just finds out things if they see fit to do so.
Right.
And I just don't know how good of a relationship that can be and how strong it can be when he doesn't feel strong in it. All right, guys, so that's it. Like I said, we didn't get any Patrix or Patricia last week, but I can't wait to see what's going on. There's a lot more happening this season.
Yes.
And it's getting weirder, and I love all of it. I love all of these couples. I wish them all the best.
Have a great Memorial Day, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for coming
to everyone
and joining with us,
who give service to our country and tweet with us live every Sunday. I'm George Mossey. I'll put my Twitter at the bottom. This is Heather C. Her Twitter will be at the bottom. And thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys real soon.
Bye.